Good evening, nerds. It's Fenner once again, bringing you another replay cast here. This week, I'm going to be trying to get some more replays. I'm going to get some replays from Lowko, sorry. And he's been playing a lot of Legacy of the Void as far as I know. I'm going to say a lot. I'm not entirely sure how much he's played. I just know he's played quite a bit. I know he's streaming it for like 5 hours the other day. And we'll see what he's been up to here. So Lowko, obviously another big Zerg streamer, YouTuber, personality, whatever you want to call him. If you watch my YouTube, you've probably heard of Lowko as well. Most people have, as we've got a lot of crossover fans, basically. He's a much bigger guy than me, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we got a lot of crossover, I guess, since we both do Zerg. But he does other games as well. He does Hearthstone. He's been covering the new Overwatch, or the Overwatch heroes that are coming soon, and Overwatch that's coming soon. He's been covering Cities Skylines, just trying to think of stuff that I've seen on his channel. But yeah, he covers a lot more than me. He even does like Diablo as well, quite a while ago. And even longer ago, he used to play World of Warcraft, and I heard him saying that he might go back to it as well. So he covers a lot more stuff than me, but primarily a Zerg streamer and YouTube. And right here we see him go for, I think this was a hatch gas pool, so he's gonna be picking up that really fast speed. And this is on the new macro mechanics patch as well, which has got auto injects, which give you 2 larvae per inject. There's a patch coming soon that will give 3 larvae per inject and give Terran the mules back, because right now Terran don't have mules at all. They only have the depot drop and the scan. So in the upcoming patch that's coming up, I do believe they're getting auto cast mules, like Zerg have the auto cast inject, because they consider it a bit imbalanced that Terran players don't have the mule, as far as I know. They lost a lot of the early game, mid game steam in their builds and building up the economy and stuff. It's kind of weird, man. It's very weird, and I'm just going to talk about it for a bit until this game builds up, because they're trying to make the macro mechanics less impactful, like less impactful in the way that they don't want people using APM on them. But first of all, they went with removing the macro mechanics entirely, except for the inject, because it was a bit harder to balance. And then they decided that, you know, it didn't really fit too well because the Terran was a bit too weak in the early mid game. But I think it would have been cool if they just entirely removed the macro mechanics and balanced it around that, because the problem is, like, we're building these queens, and as you can see here from Lowko, like, you kind of just build them and then you go AFK with them, like, as soon as they spawn. He just pooped a creep tumor. That's because he's got 2 more creeps on the way, but I've found that I just build queens and then I don't put them in a control group and they're just gone forever. And it's going to be the same with mules. Like, people are going to auto cast it on the mineral line and that's it forever. Chrono Boost is working in a similar way, but you will get the most control with it because you get to select building and then it stays on there forever. But it's just weird to me, man. Like, I would rather see balance with them completely removed, because just having something there auto casted seems strange. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. It just feels strange to have it there. And you can see Lowko struggling with the larvae a bit here. He's floating up to 400 minerals until he throws down, I think that was another hatch. Yes. So a lot of Zerg players have been doing this. Like, they get to a certain point where they're like, oh, I've got a lot of minerals, better build another hatch, because we're struggling to control our lava right now, because we're only getting 2 per inject, whereas we used to get 4. So it's very strange to be like that. So a lot of Zerg players float just because they don't have enough larvae. Now, he has opened with a couple of Ravagers here, and this is probably because in Legacy of the Void right now, in the beta, there are a lot of Liberator pushes, and 3 Ravagers can kill 1 Liberator. As long as you hit it when it sieges up, I don't think it can escape, like, if it reacts to the flames coming down. Now, he can pre-move it away if he sees the Ravagers coming, but if the flames go off and he's not unsieged yet, then it will do a lot of damage. But Lowko's coming up here. There's not too much around for hrDG, who, I don't know who it is, just some random ladder player, but he does have that tank there. Oh, nice position here. I like this a lot, man. This is a cute little play from Lowko, using the vision from the Overlord there just to throw some Ravager shots off, and he can probably cancel that if he really committed to it. And here we go, a couple more Ravagers joining up here, and he's gonna throw that down straight on the CC. Boom! That was a cute little play from Lowko there. I've never done anything like that myself. And this is the cool thing about watching other people in Legacy of the Void right now. Everyone is doing different stuff. I haven't even messed with Ravagers and ZBT yet. At least in the early game like this. I played like mid-game Ravager Link compositions. But that was just cute, man. Really, really cute. He did build them quite early on though, and that is a lot of gas. So if he does lose them, it's going to hurt him. So he has to keep these alive. I mean, that's what... I think he had 6. I'm not going to do math, but there's 75 gas each to make a Ravager, and it's 75, 25 to make a Roach. So basically 100 each total. So 600, man. Those are some expensive things right there early on in this game. Now, Bridgehead gives him the opportunity to also harass the back rocks here. He might be able to take down the depot, the marine. Obviously needs to be careful with that tank as well. Let's see if he goes for it. Or if he's just gonna go for the rocks here. Don't know if Mr. Terran here is noticing. Notice me, senpai! Well, there's a Liberator coming out. He's definitely noticed now. And he goes for the depot there. It's on fire. Boom! Boom! There goes the depot. And range upgrades coming out for Lowko. Now, this is definitely something I have definitely not tried in ZBT and Legacy of the Void. I've stuck to the melee upgrades, just like good old Heart of the Swarm, sticking with the main composition of the Lingbane, and we'll see what he goes for. He drops down a Spire for now. I've messed a lot with Corruptors instead of Mutalisk, because you can obviously use the Caustic Spray ability to take down, you know, buildings and stuff, which is really fun. I call it the piss, and I like to piss on buildings and blow them up. So we'll see if he's going for the same kind of strategy here. Whereas Mr. Terran, on the other hand, he's thinking about that mech composition. Lots of tanks coming out, Liberators as well. Liberate a tank can be very, very nasty. Very, very nasty indeed. You can set up a wall of circles with Liberators, and then having the tanks behind them as well. It can just be horrible to deal with, because you might think, oh, well, just go Mutalisks. If the circles are set up and the tanks are behind them, that's a great idea. But the Liberators can quickly unsiege out of that mode and take down your Mutalisks really quickly. They destroy Mutalisk flocks. They do a lot of damage to them. Honestly, finding it very hard to actually get up to Mutalisks in ZBT and Legacy of the Void. Not finding too many uses for them, as the Liberator is used by almost everybody. The most common build right now is a Hellbat Liberator opener. So that gets really nasty. And this guy is going to be going heavy on the Liberators here. Dual Tech Labs. Which one of these? Corvid Reactor increases the starting energy of Ravens. I don't know about that one. And Explosive Shrapnel. Whoa, he's upgrading the hell out of these Ravens, but where are they? He's only got 1 so far. That can't be worth it. 2 upgrades for 1 Raven. I mean, I guess he's planning to go into them later on. But right now, he just doesn't have them. And there we go. The Corruptors are coming out for Lowko here. As I said, you know, it's a lot better in Legacy of the Void, as you do have the ability to attack buildings with them. Whereas in Heart of the Swarm, they kind of just flew around the sky like useless flying octopuses that did nothing except trade terribly against Void Rays. And we've all been in that situation where we build Corruptors against Void Rays thinking, yeah, there's not that many Void Rays, this is gonna go pretty well, and then all of the Corruptors just go and die and pop and explode, and it's horrible and everybody cries. It's disgusting. We've got Hydralisk on the way here. I think I saw a Lurker Den. Yes, a Lurker Den is here. Now, I don't know about Lurkers against mech. It's definitely a unit I've used before against mech, and the problem is, like, how do you get them in position against siege tanks? Because the siege tank has a nasty, nasty range that's going to do a lot of damage to you. Now, this is one way to do it, just sneak in the back rocks here. Only 1 Liberator on the defense at the top. If he gets these Lurkers in position, this could be nasty. This could be a game-winning move here for Lowko. If Lurkers get in the right position, they can be deadly. And I say deadly, when I say deadly, I mean they basically win the game if you get them in the right position. He needs to get them past this wall. I would love to see him just put them right there. It would be huge. He is going to try. Is he going to move in right here? It looks like Mech Terran hrDG is moving in. Liberators are going in. Corruptors at the back there, taking down the command center. Lurkers down here doing a bit of damage. Not the perfect position, but they're still there. It's very hard for Mr. Terran to move up into that position there, and this composition might work out quite well for Lowko. It's very clunky. There's a lot of stuff going on here. It's hard to tell. There's 2 Lurkers at the front there. One Lurker doing a lot of damage to the Marines at the front, the tank siege. This is a messy engagement. Liberators on the side, but the Corruptors are completely demolishing them. And now there's 4 more Liberators on the way, but I think Lowko has done pretty well here. How does Mr. Mech Terran refresh his Liberator count against these Corruptors? He's got 8 more on the way. Should be an easy cleanup there. The thing is there's 4 command centers. Well, I say there's 4 command centers. This one's like, it's so far in the corner that I can't even center it. I can't even center it. And he's deciding to add on more before landing that one. What a crazy dude. And this is the thing about this map, man. It's a really nice map for Lurkers because you can just keep repositioning and moving the Terran player, especially a mech player. Just keep moving around to set the Lurkers up in great positions. And like I said, once Lurkers are in good positions, it's very, very hard to deal with them. Now he's going to move these tanks down, and they're probably just going to get shredded by the spines of the Lurker. Oh, Lowko's going to be crazy here. Going to be dying. Oh, Mech Terran just decides to give up. Well, nice little use of Lurkers there by Lowko. Just using the power of Bridgehead to move between these 2 positions. And it's a very common strategy on this map when you're up against a slower race, against Protoss as well. I think Mech Terran is a bit weak on this map because you've got to deal with those back rocks, and that's always going to be a pain in the butt. But well done to Lowko. I also heard that he won his first Legacy of the Void beta tournament, which was a Grandmaster League tournament on the automated tournament system. So that is pretty damn sick, if you ask me. And hopefully I have some more replays of him to cast this week. It's very hard to get a hold of replays for people. Hope you enjoyed this little game of Legacy of the Void, guys. And I will see you nerds tomorrow. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching.